So good morning all, and we're having a ride out from Eclipse Motorcycles this morning, out with RB and his crew, or the entourage as some say. Up the front, taking the pack today, we have UncleRed on the Kawasaki 650 Vulcan. Just behind that we've got Steph, and then just at the back Shelley on a Lexmoto ZSX 125. Just going to blast past Michael. UncleRed is now at the back following up, and he's shooting on two different cameras today. So he's shooting on the GoPro and he's shooting on another camera. I could hear that Vulcan purring way behind me. I thought mine was loud, but the low end grunt off that Vulcan. Obviously, as my UncleRed is at the back, probably going to get some good shots of me hanging off this bike. So we're making our way up to Super Sausage this morning, just figuring out where this bus is going to go. Are we going to blam down the inside of him and beat him before the lights? Yes. Just got the tyres nicely warm this morning, it's lovely. And then when we get on the A5, we're going to switch formations a few times and get a few different shots of us riding. It's nice to be out as a motovlogging pack today. And obviously we're going to meeting a couple more up at the Sausage. And what I'm going to do in a few is tuck down behind the bubble and get some nice low road shots for you guys. Obviously Shelley's limited to 60 because she's on a 125. And steps up the front on the big one. I'm back here on the ZX7R, and Red behind on the 650 Vulcan. So we're going to swap positions a few times and then let the pack overtake. But had quite an eventful week at the garage this week, so loads more bikes we're still selling. I managed yesterday to sell one of the Riots. Female customers decided she's going to go for a Riot, so I shall look forward now to actually vlogging the Riot and doing a full-blown video on that one. Also coming in, we have a Cypher on order, so if you haven't seen that, Lexmoto are bringing out the new Cypher, electric motorcycle, electric engine, and there goes UncleRed. So 40-mile range on it. It's not a lot of range on it, but 30 mile an hour. Ideal if you're doing a couple of miles to work and back, because it is OLES compliant. You do get a discount on the price of the bike as well for being electric, no tax, and 0 emissions as well on that. So I'm looking forward to getting that Cypher in and having a try of that. Obviously it only does 30 mile an hour, but if you happen to be 16 or pre-2001 on your licence, brilliant, you can take that one out. And it's ideal for someone that just wants something small and just put in the garage or stick at the side of the house. Urban commute to work, couple of miles, 0 emissions, and that battery can charge over about 4 to 6 hours. You just take the battery out, charge it up at night, pop the battery back in, basically like you would do with an electric lawnmower or one of your power tools, like a snap-on power tool. You take the battery out, put it in the charger, bung it back in the machine, and it's good to go. It's got a lithium-ion battery in this one. So Steph's popping down the outside. I'm going to sit back a bit. So I think UncleRed's shooting off 2 cameras, so obviously he wants to get some footage of the ride. Taking up backpack formation, place where I normally like to sit, which is known as the tail end Charlie, for all of about 2 minutes until RB decides that he wants to do this. One little blast. I hope you got that on camera, Red. That was a bit of clock blur in there. Something I normally like to do when I'm on my own. So I'm going to sit back there. Nice steady 55. And let the pack catch up. That was a bit quick. But just to show you what this little 1996 Kawasaki can do. She does run very, very well. Now obviously people have said to me, what the hell have you got under it? It's Japanese imported ZX7R. Standard Kawasaki is around about 119 to about 123 brake, depending on what you read the specs on. And there goes Steph and Shelley, and then Reddy's taking up the back again. So yeah, we're about 119 to 123 on these Kawasaki's, and just letting Red take the back of the pack while I go back to my normal ride place. Obviously this one being Jap import, when we checked out the spec on it, 5 extra horsepower. And now the clocks on these are limited to 180. On the standard European versions they put a diode across the back of the clocks, so it trips out at 180. This one is actually unrestricted on the clocks. We have had it checked out. I sent the clocks away to be done and the guy went, you don't need them done, they've already been unrestricted. It's a Japanese import. The Japanese ones were already unrestricted. So we have had 173 out of this on a test track, just to see what we could do. That was where the front end started lifting and I was over the tank, but obviously I'd run out of track by then. It will have a lot more under the throttle, but 173 was good enough for me, and that was running about 12,000 RPM, so I was just short of the red line on it, but I'm sure there was a hell of a lot more still to go. So 173 is fast enough for me. Obviously I don't do that on public roads, I save my speed to the track. One little blast every now and then with a bit of clock blurring, but I tend to steer around about the 70-80 when I'm riding, because obviously this is a classic and I don't want to be throwing this down the road. Now with the P23 to P5s, they came out in 2 different versions. They came out with the standard panels that I've got with the black wheels, and then they came out with the purple wheels. Now obviously the only difference on mine is that little Japanese flag and the ninja down the side, which laminated into the screen and just shows that it is a Japanese import, and it also has got that stamped onto the engine plate as well. So mine actually says Kawasaki Heavy Engineering, frame number P2, which is the version, -J, which stands for Japan. And you'll find most of the British versions don't have that on there. So almost down to Super Sausage. We're just coming up to the roundabout now. What I am going to do is flick through in a minute and take the point. I'm going to scoot into Super Sausage and reserve some places. Oh bugger. Red light, pull up pack, pull up. And I thought we were going to get that then. Changed at the very last minute. Now as you see, if we ride in a pack, we normally ride staggered formation. So Steph off to the right, Shelley to the inside, Red out to the outside of me, and then I'm up on the inside as tail end Charlie. Just keeping the traffic off the back end of us, just by putting a bit of weave in. And then any second, as soon as I get over the rise, I am going to blam it home. And we're away.
A few moments later.
And that last bit, I feel I may have to edit out. 60 mile an hour road, and you can tell if a clock's blare I'm over, so I may have to edit that last bit out. And the pack is a good 500 yards behind me now, so yeah, that last bit of the video has been edited. Simple reason is I can't show you it, but if you can figure out I'm 500 yards ahead of them, figure it for yourself, guys.
Many hours later.
So nice little morning was had at Super Sausage. Met up with a couple of guys, Davesportsbikes, and UncleRed was joining us. Oh, smoky Jaguar. And then obviously Steph and Shelley. Met a couple of the other guys down there. The H2 did turn up, but obviously time was running late. I've got to get this bacon and sausage roll home to the Mrs. Bomb will not like me being out most of the day. So heading home now with the obligatory Super Sausage bacon and sausage roll tucked under the back seat. If you've not had one, go and check out the cafe. That was very, very busy today. Obviously everyone trying to social distance the best they can. making her way back. It makes a change for me to actually be up the lead. I'm with a pack of bikes. I got the lead position. The boys in front of me as well. Picked up some new friends. If you ever get a chance, that was incredibly busy, around about 150 bikers there today, almost trying to social distance. This is where the ability to filter comes in handy. And I have pole position. Road bike cannot out-corner a ninja. So just having the run home now. Big thanks to all the guys that came out with us this morning. That's UncleRed. And obviously pop across to UncleRed's channel on YouTube. He's going to put his version of the video up today. So good to be out with you. And obviously Steph and Shelley have posted up to the Facebook page, tagged me in on a Rev Bomb. Hopefully get this video up tonight. And if you ever fancy joining us, then keep an eye on my page, Rev Bomb on Facebook. We tend to post the ride outs on there. Had a run out of Eclipse motorcycles today. And obviously if you're into a little 125 or you want something a little bit bigger, Eclipse motorcycles are the place to be. We've got lots of bikes still to sell. Need a bike service, need an MOT, or you've got a car and you need that doing. It's a fully live garage, cars and bikes. Obviously I tend to deal with the bike side of the business. But as I always say, like, subscribe, click on the channel. If you want to see more stuff, notifications, everything, you can be found off my website, revbomb.co.uk. Eclipse motorcycles on the bottom of the first page. If you go on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube channel's on there. And pop across, have a look at that stuff. There's also the merch shop. If you want a Rev Bomb t-shirt, I'm selling them by the bucket load. I think we've got about 10 left. I've just put the next order in for the next 50 t-shirts. So if you did want one of those, and I don't make a lot of money on the t-shirts, I make about £1 a t-shirt after I've done all the postage, packing and everything, so do it for the sake of you guys just wearing my merch. But until then, I am going to give this a quick blast, barrel it down the A5, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Till then, be well, ride safe, and from RB and the crew, it's a big goodbye from me. Catch you soon.